Hello, hi Tanita, how are you? Good evening, everybody. Hi, Andrea. Hope you're well. Hope you're all having a fabulous weekend so far. Weather's been fabulous here. I don't know what it's been like in your neck of the woods. You have to let me know. So today I'm going to be reading my cards and I'm using my Witch's Kitchen deck. It's not very often I bring this out. So they are pretty new to me, so it'll be like a little experiment to see how they work. Good evening, Patrick. How are you, my darling? Hope you're feeling better. I'm very well, thank you, Tanita. Very well, thank you. All right. You would love reading. Okay. Hi, KZ. Glad to hear you're good, Andrea. Hi, Michelle. All the way from Canada. I'm doing very well, thank you. Hope you are as well, Michelle. Thank you, Patrick. All right then, as there's a few of you on already, let's make a start. We'll go with Tanita first, since she was first on. Let's have a look what the Witch's Kitchen has got for you this afternoon. Well, this evening, I should say. Oh, we've got a little flyer. Oh, romance. You've got the rose and romance. Look at all the red roses there and the pinks and the presents and the wrapped up gifts. So this is about love and romance. Now, I don't know if you're in a relationship. If you are, then there's romance coming in and there's more romance. You're going to find yourself being closer together. If you're not in a relationship, then there's definitely one on the horizon. And it's somebody that's going to be very romantic and you're going to get spoiled with flowers and chocolates and roses and all the things that are romantic, basically. But this is also about loving yourself, my darling. This is all about spoiling yourself. I see the perfumes and I see the candles, and I want to give myself some self-love and some self-healing. But the pink also for me is about playfulness, and it's about innocence, and it's about going back to that childhood sense of wonder. And I feel very excited for this card. Oh, don't be like that, Tanita. True love, there's somebody out there for everybody. So keep an eye out for it. But this, like I said, this is also about loving yourself. You need to be gentle with yourself and more easy with yourself. I want to say spoil yourself, like give yourself a bubble bath and put rose petals in the bubble bath. And you'll be to smell the fragrance of the pink rose petals, and it will help with positive thinking. All right, my darling. So look out for that romance card coming, and that's for you. You'll have to let me know how you get on. But definitely give yourself some self-love, my darling, okay? Let's see who's next. Patrick, let's come to you, my darling. Let's give you a card. See what the herbs have to say to you today. What kind of herbs does Patrick need, please? What kind of herb? Yeah, please do let me know, Tanita. But like I say, don't forget self-love is important as well. It's not just about being romantic with somebody else, it's about being romantic with yourself. You're welcome, Patrick. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Parsley. Now, although this says the death card, this doesn't necessarily mean a physical death or a physical loss. However, I do feel that there's a situation that you've been dealing with that's slowly coming to an end. Parsley is very subtle, but it's also very fresh. So whatever this is has been going on for a while. And I'm being drawn to the oil of the parsley. As you can see in that bottle there, you've got oil of parsley. Now, oil of parsley is used with all kinds of dishes, but it helps give that subtle taste and that subtle fragrance. So although there's a situation coming to end, I feel it's gonna be a natural conclusion, if like rather than a forced ending or you saying, I'm done with it, blah blah blah. It's coming to a natural end. And you've got the green leaves of the parsley there. Now, one of them looks like broccoli for some reason. I don't know why that is, but I'm seeing this bottom bit here as broccoli, but it's all dark green. So I feel like you've got a lot of support. So whatever is ending, you're still going to have the support there, but it's the actual situation that's going to come to a natural conclusion. And you understand that. I'm glad you do, because I feel like I'm making no sense. Not unusual for me not to make sense, but yeah, I do feel it's going to be a natural conclusion to things, and I do feel that this is going to make way for um, a fresh new situation, a happier situation. Okay, my darling. So I hope that I'm glad that made sense to you, because it didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But then it's not for me to understand it, is it? As us mediums say. All right, my darling. Oh, dropped one. Excuse me for a minute. I've got butterfingers today. Good. I'm glad it did, my darling. Thank you for working with me. Let's see who's next. I'll get round as many as possible. Hello to everybody that's just joined. Thank you for joining me this evening. Andrea Reese, let's come to you. Let's see what herbs you get today. Hi, Paul. Hi, Helen. Hi, Lacey. No, we've only just started, Lacey. You're fine. I go to who I'm drawn to. I don't make a list for myself. I know I can multitask, but I'm not that good. Can't control the admin, read the cards, and write down names all at the same time. That's just, yeah, I'd need to be an octopus. Right, let's see what we've got for Kay. Oh, sorry, not Casey, Andrea. Casey, you're next. Andrea. You still with us, Andrea? Let me know. You're very welcome, Patrick. Right. Andrea, this is for you, my darling. And you've got to have faith. Mustard. You've got the mustard card. So whenever you need a little bit of faith, put mustard in your food or on your food. Now, mustard is depending whether it's French or English, it can be very, very strong, or it can be very, very subtle. It also depends on the amount of you put in. You put in the faith, then you get a lot back. You don't have the faith, you'll find that things don't necessarily work. It's like faith for me is like a kind of manifestation. If you have faith and hand everything over to universe and have faith that the universe has your back, then good things will happen. Okay. Mustard makes everything taste better. Especially with meats and burgers and hot dogs, all things like that. Anything that's a comfort food, mustard will go with. And I feel like faith is your comfort at the moment, Andrea. So have faith that the universe has your back with whatever's going on with you at the moment. Have faith that everything will come together and everything's going to work out. All right, my darling, I'll leave that with you. Oh, mustard on cheese. I've never had that. I'll have to try that, Patrick. Never had mustard on cheese. Nice with pork. I like mustard and pork. Can go nice with the steak as well if you get the right sauce. Okay, who did I say was next? Casey, wasn't it? Casey, Casey, are you still with us, my love? Pull a card for Casey. These are going to be very... Oh, mustard mash, Alan. Yes, I've not had that forever. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to do that this week. I've not had mustard mash in ages. I prefer Dijon mustard, though, to English mustard, I've got to be honest. English mustard is a bit too peppery for me. There you are, Casey. Okay, let's see what we get for you today. What herb does Casey need in her kitchen today, please? Let's have a look. Oh, lemons. Somebody's feeling a little bit bitter about things, about situations. When life gives you lemons, what do? We make lemonade to sweeten it up, okay? But you've also got the yellow there. Now, the yellow for me is about upliftment, it's about wisdom, and it's about knowledge. So I do feel that with whatever's going on with you, the bitterness that you're feeling can be overcome. You've just got to find a creative way of getting around the situation. Okay, my darling. You have the wisdom and the knowledge there. You've just got to think out of the box a little bit. You've got the creativity there as well. Poppy Lane mustard mash is mashed potato with mustard in it. Exactly what it says. Let me think. Now, lemons can also be a comfort. They can also be very medicinal. So I do feel that there's something with your throat chakra. There's something that needs to be said that isn't being said. And the reason why I say that is because lemon is used as an antiseptic for sore throats. So I do feel that whatever needs to be said, you need to get it out and you need to say it, and then things will seem a little bit sweeter and not as sour as what you think they are. I don't know why you're holding back on saying this, but I also feel trouble with the sun. Okay, well, that makes sense because I do feel this is a conflict. I feel like you're butting heads at the moment, but I feel like you're worried about saying too much or going too far, or feeling that if you say too much that you're going to lose him. And I don't think it's a case of that. I really do feel that he needs a little bit of a kick up the backside and some home truths, and that'll help him to get going on. I don't know how old he is, but I do feel there's a very, very much an immaturity to his way of thinking. He's not quite as grown as he should be. So I do feel that he needs a kick up the backside. Yes, he does. Has been too nasty. Oh, bless your heart. He's not a teenager by any chance, is it? It normally happens during the teenage years. He needs to. You need to definitely don't feel bitterness towards him. Just feel bitter towards his behavior, if that makes sense. You've got to separate the person from the behavior, and that's fundamental in getting him to understand what he's doing is wrong and how disrespectful he's being. Okay, because I feel at the minute it's a case of the more disrespectful he is, the more you're starting to dislike him. But it's not him that you're disliking, it's the behavior that he's displaying. And that's where he needs to talk, and he needs to say, look, I love you, you're my son. He's supposed to be an adult, but I doubt it sometimes. Okay, my darling. Well, you basically need to turn around and tell him, this has got to stop. You're being disrespectful. I love you to bits. You're my son, and I'll always have an open door for you. But I am not going to take your behavior. Your behavior towards me is disgusting, and I'm not going to take it anymore. And you've got to be as blunt as that. And if he decides to go off and have a sulk for a few days, let him go off and have a sulk. Let him think it over, because he will think it over, and he will realize just how disrespectful he's been and just how much you actually do for him. All right, my darling. So make lemonade. All right. Open your mouth. Say what needs to be said. find a creative way of doing it. You have the wisdom to do it in such a way where it's factual, not argumentative, and not blame, and in such a way where he can still feel loved as your son, but understand that his behavior is what you're disliking about him at the moment. Okay, my darling? You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I hope that helps. Just again, like I say, stick to the facts. Don't go blaming. Don't go argumentative. Just basically say it how it is. All right, my lovely. I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Hi, Melody. Hi, Steve. Hope you're well. Hi, Alison. Okay, let's have a look. See who's next. I did have somebody in mind. Hi, Carolyn. Sorry I missed you earlier. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Delaney. Hi, Paul. Hi, Maxine. Hope you're well. Hi, Marie. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I really do appreciate it this evening. Okay, let's have a look. Done, Casey. Michelle, let's come to you, my darling. You know what would be really funny, Michelle, because you're from Canada, if my maple syrup card came out. That would be really funny. Let's have a look for you, my darling. Still with us, Michelle? Olivier on YouTube, are you here? Let's have a look. Oh, chili pepper, ferocity. Somebody needs to have a little bit more assertiveness and a little bit more ferocious and be a little bit more, what's the word? Forceful in their behavior and what they want to say and do. I feel like you've got people holding you back. You need to bring the heat of the chili pepper to the heat of Michelle. Okay, my darling. Ontario, Canada there. Oh, hi, Steve. Yeah, I remember you're from Canada. Yeah, maybe you might get my maple card. You never know. But yes, Michelle, um, I feel like you have got a bit of a temper on you, but for some reason, what's angering you and what's getting you frustrated is you're holding back from releasing. Now, I'm not saying go at it like a bull at a China shop, or go in with an aggressive nature or argumentative nature. But what I am saying is you need to put a little bit more oomph in your words and your actions to make people understand and realize how you feel, if that makes sense. Hi, my darling. Now the reds of the peppers, we've got red and green chili peppers, but I'm being drawn to the red chili pepper, and the red chili pepper for me is really hot and really spicy and can add warmth as well as heat to a lot of dishes. So I want to say you've got to be warm. I feel like you need a little bit of warming up, especially with your passions. I feel like there's a lack of motivation going on with you. Do you understand that? Um, and I want to give you the red peppers with the seeds in. So you definitely need motivation. But I do feel you need a lot of love as well, a lot of self-love again. It's about giving yourself that warmth and less self-criticism, I want to say. But the red for me is also for strength. You have the strength to do what it is that you want to do and to say what it is you want to say. But for some reason, I almost feel like, not that I've given up, that I just can't be bothered with the drama. And that's what you've got to say. You've got to stop putting yourself in the middle, or stop letting other people put yourself in the middle, I should say, and give them that that heat of Michelle. Give them that powerful Michelle. Give them that, do you know what? This is your mess. It's not my monkey. It's not my circus. Deal with it yourself. I've got my own problems. And you've got to be as blunt as that with people. It seems to be the theme of the night tonight. There's always a theme with me. But you've definitely got the strength to do that. Again, I've seen the yellow pepper. And although the yellow pepper isn't a chili as such, it still brings that sweetness and that hotness and that warmth to every dish. Now the yellow pepper is sweet, so I want to say once you've brought out the heat and the hotness of the chili and the motivation of the red chili, the yellow pepper will also help calm things and smooth things over a little bit and make things that little bit sweeter. Okay, my darling, so I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me, and I'm glad that makes sense. Okay, let's see who's next. Nothing ain't working. There you go. Let's see who's next. Scroll up. Let's go to Abby. Abby Herdecki. I hope I pronounced that right. So I do apologise if not. Hi, Joanne. Like I say, these are short and quick because I want to get through as many of you as I can, and they are only mini readings. Oh, bless you. I'm so sorry to hear that. That'll explain the loss of motivation then. You'd need to get that fire back in your belly then, Michelle. Get that fire back in your belly, my darling, okay? And do... Oh, no problem, Paul. Take your time. Right. For you, Abby Haradecki, you have the mugwort. This is about intuition. All right. Now, I don't know a lot about mugwort or what it's used for, but I do know it can be infused in tea, and I do know it can be used in creams, but I also know it can be dangerous for... Don't go trying these herbs, by the way, people, not without checking with a proper herbologist first, because some of these can be dangerous for people on certain medications or people that are pregnant or breastfeeding. So be very careful, just to put that out there, in trying these out. But mugwort is definitely good for tea and intuition. And I want to say that you have good intuition, Abby. I feel like if you're not already working with spirit, you should be working with spirit on a psychic level. I do feel reading tea leaves because the teapot is drawing my mind, and all I'm seeing is little flowers and little leaves surrounding the teapot. It's also like a turquoise blue in colour, so I do feel you're a very balanced person emotionally and mentally. You're very equally balanced on an emotional and mental level. But I also feel communication is important for you. I feel like you're a good communicator as well. But again, you've got good intuition. So whatever's going on around you, whatever, I feel like there's decisions that need to be made, and you're not quite sure which direction to go, and you don't know whether to go left or whether to go right. Go with your gut instinct. Sit and meditate on it. Just close your eyes, sit for 5 minutes, ask the universal question, which way should I go? Your first answer is your guidance, okay? And you will know, because you will either get a tingling or you will get a sensation, butterflies in your tummy, or you'll get like a fuzzy feeling in your gut. Go with your gut instinct, okay, my darling? Go with your intuition and go with what feels right for you. Doesn't matter what anybody else says, as long as you're doing what makes you happy, you're not hurting anybody else. All right, my lovely, I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Let's have a look. Who's next? Hi, Dolores. Hope you're well. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Sarah. Is it Sarah or Sarah? Hi Trish. Hi Marianne. Hi Marie. Hi Melody. Okay. Let's see. Poppy Lane, are you still with us, my darling? Poppy Lane on YouTube, are you still with us? Sarah, but spelt without an H. Thank you for that, Sarah. Otherwise, I would have kept calling you Sarah. Elaine, are you still here? Okay, let's have a look. Let's see who is here. Joanne Griffiths, are you still here, my lovely? Joanne Griffiths. Hi, Deborah. I've seen your comment. You don't have to keep asking, my darling. I go to who I'm drawn to. I can see you, Marianne. Thank you. I'm looking for Joanne Griffiths. There you go. Hello, my darling. Hope you're well. I have to be patient with Facebook. Don't forget, I am streaming to Facebook and YouTube. So again, I will try and get around as many of you as I possibly can. Hey, Joanne, let's see. John's wort. Again, this is one I don't know a lot about, but I do know it's got them beautiful yellow flowers when it's grown. And this normally helps with things like depression and low moods. And I do feel that you're feeling a little bit low at the minute, Joanne. Um, Feeling a little bit dispirited, as the card says. But the yellow, again, it comes with lots of warmth, lots of wisdom, and lots of knowledge. So what I want to say to you is you've got the red berries around the flowers as well. So what I want to say to you is the red is for strength. You have the strength to carry on. You have the strength to pick yourself up and take each day as it comes. Don't overthink things. Don't plan too far ahead. Just take each day as it comes. Start with waking up in the morning saying today is going to be a good day. It all starts with that one positive thought, because our thoughts are energy. And when our energy goes out to the universe gives back, as long as you're grateful for it. Today is going to be a good day. And at the end of each day, think of something that's made you happy, or think of something that's made you proud, or think of an achievement, even if it's just getting out of bed and staying out of bed for the day, or just getting up and getting dressed, or maybe just taking a walk in the fresh air. Just be thankful for every little thing, every little achievement that you make that you don't feel like doing. Do something that you really don't feel like doing to help lift your spirits. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Again, I've got the orange here, so I do feel that there's some energy needed, because orange for me represents citrine, and citrine is all about energy and giving off fire and passion. So again, you're another one that I want to raise my spirits. I want to raise the energy. I want to raise the mood. Okay, my darling. So I hope that helps you. Um, and smile. I want to say smile more. A lot of these flowers I'm looking at and I can see faces in them, and I'm wanting to smile. And I do feel there's not been a lot of smiling with yourself lately. I feel really sort of low and down, and I don't know why I feel so low and down. I just do. So what I want to say to you is try, if you're having trouble picking yourself up, go and have a word with your doctor, my darling, okay? Go and have a word with your doctor and see if they can help you pick up your mood a little bit. It could be hormonal, it could be chemical, It doesn't necessarily have to be anything going on in your life right now, but I just feel there's something else going on that's making you feel the way you feel, and that maybe a trip to the doctor wouldn't do you any harm. Okay, my darling? I hope that helps. Oh, you lost your little sister. Oh, bless your heart. And this is why you're feeling so low and so dispirited and unmotivated. Oh, bless your heart. Get yourself some help, my darling, if you're struggling, okay? Because grief can be a very funny thing. Grief can really get to you, and if you don't catch it while you're struggling, it can get worse and worse, and we don't want that, do we, my darling? Okay, so if you're really struggling with your grief, try and get yourself, go and have a word with your doctor and get yourself some grief counselling, and try and pick yourself up. Okay, my lovely, and I hope that helps, and I hope that I will send you lots of love and lots of healing, and I hope that you feel better soon. Okay, my love. Hi, Carol A. Hope you're well. You're very welcome, my darling. Steve, go to you, my darling. Thank you for sharing. Let's see what herbs Steve needs today. Steve. Hi, Emily. Hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you, Carol A. Steve, oh, darling, you've got ginger, one of my favourite herbs. Now, for me, ginger is about warmth, and it's about having the power to be who you want to be, say what you want to say, do what you want to do. It's about being in your own power. And I feel that just of late in recent months, you haven't felt able to be yourself. I feel like ginger is also a healing herb. It helps with stomach issues, it helps with sickness, it helps with all kinds of things. So I do feel there's been a lot of sickness around you at the moment, and ginger's needed to give you that bit of help in dealing with it. But this is also about you coming back into your own power. You can add ginger to anything for that warmth and for that little bit of a kick. And I want to say it's time that you gave somebody a little bit of a kick and showed them that you're not as weak as they think you are. Um, I do feel there's some health issues that made you feel quite vulnerable. Um, but again, if you bring in the ginger, this will help you. So true, I'm getting back to my spiritual work now. That's good. That's good. But the ginger will help with that as well. I have ginger whenever I feel like I need a little bit of a spiritual hug. I know that sounds very strange, but it really does help. Um, Ginger tea, mint tea, I have. Or even just ginger and a little bit of hot water. It doesn't necessarily have to be tea. But yeah, I do feel there's ginger needed in your life at the moment for a lot of healing, and a lot of healing health wise, um, and to make you feel like you can own that power back again, and to make people realize that you're not as vulnerable as what they think you are. Because I do feel there's some people around you at the moment that are not necessarily taking advantage as such, but they're kind of pushing the boundaries and getting away with things that you wouldn't normally let them get away with, I want to say. All right, my darling. So make sure you put some ginger in your diet, whether it be a ginger biscuit, ginger ale, ginger tea, and let that help warm you up and build you up to being able to sit back in your own power. Okay, my darling, I hope that helps and thank you for working with me. Just let me grab a drink, people. I do apologise. Oh, that's better. Right, you're very welcome, my darling. I hope that helps. Let's see who we're going to next. Marianne Harris, are you there, my darling? I know it says you're there now, but it's been a while since you've commented. Hi, Deborah. Hope you're well. That's a lovely name, Deborah Elizabeth Christmas. Is Christmas your actual real life last name? That's amazing if it is. Hi, Marianne. Hope you're well. Let's have a look what herb you need today, shall we? Let's have a look. Oh, okay, Marianne. You've got the dandelion, and dandelions are all about wishes. So there's lots of things that you've been asking for and that you've been praying for and that you've been wishing for. It's very nice to meet you as well, my darling. So what I want to say is dandelion is a very versatile. I know people class it as weed, but I class it as a flower. It's very versatile. You can make wine with it, dandelion wine, dandelion tea, just lots of things with it. But before they become dandelions, they've got the little wisps on them. The little wisps. And I know as children, you blow them and it says you make a wish. And I feel like there's lots of wishing going on for you. Yes, love dandelion wishes I really need. Oh, bless your heart. So you need to go out and blow on them dandelions. But what I want to say is wishes can become reality. It's all about your manifestation. And again, yellow, you've got the wisdom, you've got the knowledge, okay? And there are several creative ways you can manifest something. Do a vision board. Just say a prayer every night. Visualize it in your mind. Act like you've already got it, and then the universe may give it to you. But what you also have to realize is the universe will give you what you need, not necessarily what you want. So be careful what you wish for. Be specific with your wishes, okay? An example, I was twice the size I am now. And I asked the universe to please help me lose weight, and they gave me diabetes. The diabetes has helped me lose weight, but it's also come with its own complications. So on one hand, I'm grateful because I had to lose the weight for medical reasons, otherwise I would have been really, really ill. But on the other side, if I could have lost it any other way than having the diabetes, then obviously I would have done. So again, be specific with what it is that you really, really want or really, really need. Be specific, okay? And I hope that helps. You're very welcome, my darling. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Maxine. Vision boards are really good. It helps keep focus. That's why people always stick photos on the fridge if they want to diet or whatever. You know. Hi, Alison. Big hugs to you, my darling. Lots of love. Hope you're well, my sweet. Oh, okay, Maxine. As I was talking to you, my darling, this flew out. You've got clothes. So who's been talking? I feel like you're getting involved in some gossip at the moment, or you're being the subject of some gossip. You've got the red for strength around the clothes, but it's almost like spiked. So whatever this is going on, somebody's talking about things that they shouldn't be talking about, or interfering in things that they shouldn't be interfering with. Cloves are good for toothaches and anything to do with the gums. If you chew on a clove when you've got toothache, it has the same effect as a numbing gel. So what I want to say is, whatever it is people are trying to get you involved in, don't get involved in it, okay, my darling? Oh, bless your heart, Marianne. Bless your heart. Well, keep sending them wishes out and keep asking the universe to help you, and I'm sure they will. But again, be specific, okay, my lovely? Going back to Maxine, yeah, just be careful about gossip around you or being dragged into gossip. Sometimes gossip can be fun and it can be really funny, but sometimes it can be very hurtful. So you'll have to use your intuition onto if it hasn't already come up, you'll have to use your intuition as to where it's going to sit with you and where it's going to sit with other people. And if you feel that it's something that shouldn't be said or shouldn't be gossiped about, then you need to stand up and say something, okay, my lovely? I am actually getting a toothache with yourself, so I don't know if you have a toothache or if you know somebody around you that's got a toothache, and I feel it's at the back of my mouth, so I feel it's to do with a wisdom tooth. Let me know if that makes sense, because I feel like I need to chew on my back teeth all of a sudden. Not a fan of gossip, right? Exactly. So just be careful of what you get dragged into, okay, my darling? So I'll leave that with you, and thank you for working with me. Hi, Kirsty. Oh, bless you. Happy heavenly birthday to your girl. And happy heavenly birthday to your gran as well. I'm not doing mediumship tonight, my darling. I'm too tired for mediumship tonight. I'm having a bad chronic fatigue day. So I'm just doing psychic work today. Let's see who's next. Nikki's podcast. Hi. Let's go with you, my darling. Hi, Nikki. Hope you're well. Haven't seen you here before. Hi, Deborah. Oh, bless you, Maxine. Thank you. That's a lovely thing to say. I try and help people where I can, always working positively. Always work in the positive light. It's all about encouragement and positive thinking. Nikki's podcast, are you still here? Okay, let's pick somebody else. Helen Mansell, are you still here? Helen Mansell? Give it a few minutes. Thank you all again for joining me this evening. It's been absolutely amazing. I love reading cards. I love working with spirit. Oh, Alison, thank you. That's a lovely thing to say as well. You're going to give me a big head. Helen, hope you're well, my darling. Let's see what herb you need today, shall we? Oh, let's have a look. Tell you what, I'm going to shuffle them again because we've already had that card today. Let me shuffle again. Oh, and we've already had that one as well. They're all repeating on you, Helen, for some reason. I have a funny feeling they're repeating because there's something that you're missing. There's something going on with you, and you seem to be going round and round in circles and repeating the same cycles. Would you understand that? Girl power. Oh dear, taking me back to Spice Girls now, isn't it? Definitely love the girl power. Okay, let's try again, Helen. Right, this has come out twice now, so I'm gonna have to give it to you. Mugwort, intuition. I know we've already had this card today, but this is the second time it's come out while I've been shaking for you, so I've got to give it to you. Again, I don't know much about mugwort, but I do know it can be infused in tea, and I do know it can be used for creams, and I do know it's got lots of plants, and you have very good intuition, my darling. The colours of the leaves are blue, like a turquoise blue, so I do feel that you're quite balanced at the moment with your mental and emotional well-being. You seem to be at an even keel. I feel like you've had a bit of a rough ride, um, but I feel now for you that things are easing up because you're learning to use your intuition and you're following your gut instincts more. So keep, this is a card to say that keep doing what you're doing, my darling, okay? Look at the beautiful leaves and the beautiful plants there. You've got all the support around you from spirit and from people here on the physical plane. Um, so I want to say, douse yourself in that mugwort and keep using your intuition. Okay, my darling. I do feel that you, if you're not already working with spirit, you should be working with spirit. And I want to put you with healing because my hands have just gone really, really hot. And that for me is a sign that somebody should be a healer. So if you've not already considered learning how to work with spirit and being a healer, then spirit are waiting to work with you, my darling. Okay, find yourself a circle and research and find out how you can do that. I also feel like I've got a bit of heartburn with yourself as well. Now I don't know if mugwort helps with heartburn. Like I said, I don't know a lot about it, but unless you're pregnant. Oh, you do Reiki. There you go then. This is why I've got the healing hands with you. Okay, my darling. Now again, don't go trying any of these herbs without speaking to a proper herbologist, especially if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or on certain medications. Okay, make sure you always check first. Because I do know mugwort can be dangerous for pregnant women. Not pregnant. That's all right then, but it's just my way of putting a warning out there, not just for you, Helen, but for everybody as well. Okay, my darling. Um, so with me saying that I feel you should be working with spirit more, I feel like you need to be a level up. I feel like you've got some leveling up to do. You've learned your first Reiki. Ah, that makes sense then, yeah. Because they've just given me stairs. And as the higher I go, the hotter my hands get. So I do feel that there's, like I say, there's a level up needed. So I'm going to take that and assume then that you're going to carry it on and go up to the next level and study the next level of Reiki. Um, well done, you. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? Because it's working for you and you've got all the support there from spirit and from people on the physical plane as well. All right, my darling, I hope that helps. Okay, let's go to Kirsty Cook. Hi, Kirsty, hope you're well. Let's see what herbs you need today. Hi, Tammy. Been in a circle, but my friend has had children, hasn't got back to taking circle again. You need to find yourself another one then, my darling. Find yourself another circle and get back into it and get on to studying your level 2. All right, my darling? because I feel that's what you need to be doing. Hi, Barbara. Hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you, Kirsty. Let's see what the kitchen has for you today. Oh, forbidden fruit. There's something you're getting yourself into that you shouldn't be getting yourself into, my lovely. I don't know what it is. So I'm not getting any clues at the moment as to what it is, but you've got the apple card, and the apple is the forbidden fruit. Now, we do know that when Eve took a bite from the apple of the tree of knowledge, she discovered things that she didn't really want to discover. And I do feel this is a situation with you where you're trying to find out some information, but you're doing some digging. And again, I want to say be careful what you wish for, because I've got a funny feeling that this card is warning you to say you might find things out that you don't necessarily want to know. So be very cautious about, being curious or digging into the wrong path. You've got the apple cider there, you've got the apple pie there, both warm, refreshing, and sweet, but they're only sweet because they've been cooked and they've been put in sugar and they've been fermented. So again, be very wary of what's hidden. Okay, my darling? Be very wary of what's hidden. You've also got apple wine there. You've got red and green apples. Now, the red apples I'm being drawn to. Red is for strength. Oh, thank you, Melody. That's very kind of you. I'll accept that. Thank you. Um, what else can I say about it? There's nothing else I can really say about this, my darling. Like I say, just be careful of what's hidden. Be careful of what's not being said. Be careful of what's not being seen. If you feel that something isn't right, that something isn't ringing true, or there's something being what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? If something seems deceptive, just look out for it, okay, my darling? Sweetness that you've got to highlight the fact that you know that something or someone is being deceptive, or the truth isn't quite being told about something. It's that kind of thing, okay, my darling? You're very welcome. Hi, Mary Lou. Hope you're well. Uh, let's go to Melody. Melody Heart. Let's see what the kitchen has for. Oh, that's for you. Earphones are about to die, so I might have to call it a day after this one. Let's have a look. Oh, banishment. You need to clear out, my darling. You've got black pepper. Now, black pepper is a strong pepper, especially when it's not ground from the peppercorns. Black peppercorns can be very bitter, very spicy, and they actually do sting your tongue when you bite into them. I know because I've bit into them many times. But when used properly, they can actually be very complementary. But this is about banishing the bland, banishing bland tastes, and banishing all things that are negative. So either you need a friendship clear out, or you've got some stresses going on, Melody, that you're not necessarily needing. Does that make sense? There's a lot going on with you at the moment that can be avoided and that can be got rid of to help give you more peace of mind and more peace of heart, I want to say as well, because I feel quite stressed. I feel anxiety. I feel really overwhelmed by everything at the minute. Big stress. I'm feeling it. You need to banish it, my darling. Okay, get some black peppercorns, put it in your meal, make a black peppercorn sauce to go with a nice big steak, or some kind of meat. Tomato and black pepper soup's quite nice. But you definitely need to get rid of some of the stressors and banish some of what's going on, because otherwise you're going to make yourself ill, my darling. Okay, I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, but I do feel the anxiety and the level of the overwhelming feeling I'm getting is just getting a bit too much to handle. So get rid of it. Only deal with what's important to you. Let everybody else deal with their own rubbish. And don't try, I want to say, don't try and take the world and his wife on. All right. It's a saying that my gran used to say, don't take on the world and his wife. Let them deal with their own rubbish. Because it's making me tired. I feel like I'm not sleeping. I've got headaches. So you definitely need some black pepper, my darling. Okay. I hope that helps. Banish it away. Banish all that stress. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but sometimes you've got to stay firm. That's what I wanted to say. It's about standing firm with you, my darling. I know you don't like conflict. I get a feeling you're a very, very gentle soul. You're a lover, not a fighter, and you don't like conflict, but it's not going to cause conflict when you set your own boundaries. All right? And I'm afraid that is me done for today, my darlings. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your time and your support. Thank you to Veronica for giving us this platform so that we can read for you. Thank you all for joining me and supporting myself and Veronica's page. We have Vulvia on at 9 a.m. At 9 p.m. this evening, UK time. So I hope you can join me for that. Excuse me, and my tiredness is getting to me now, so I'm going to have to leave it there, people. All right, lots of love. Stay safe, look after each other, be kind to yourself. And I hope this evening has been as enjoyable for you as it has for me. Good night. God bless.